I sit there and I look and I'm like, we family. This is beyond TV. So I'm not gonna allow myself to disrespect you, your children, your mother, your.
It all started with quiet gossip. Then suddenly it exploded across social media. Fans were shocked when multiple sources claimed that Yandy Smith had filed for divorce. The reason? Rumors were spreading that Mendeecees Harris might have fathered a child with Mena. While nothing has been officially confirmed, insiders say a DNA test is underway, and it could change everything. According to those close to the situation, Erica has been claiming for weeks that she had a secret relationship with Mendeecees. She insists her pregnancy isn't some random event. It's the result of something much deeper. At first, Yandy brushed it off, thinking it was just another baseless rumor. But that changed when she noticed the baby reportedly resembled Mendeecees. She's even told some of her close friends that something feels off. As the DNA results get closer, the pressure inside their home has only gotten worse. Some people believe this could finally push Yandy over the edge. The online world hasn't been able to look away. The rumors about Mendeecees and Erica had been building for weeks. It started with vague Instagram posts and blurry pictures. Erica began showing up at events looking more done up than usual. Then came the baby bump. That's when the internet truly caught fire. Erica posted a photo holding her stomach with the caption, "Blessed with a legacy I never expected." Fans jumped into the comments, all asking the same thing. Who's the father? She never gave a clear answer, but the way she would like comments that hinted at Mendeecees or reply with subtle emojis only fueled the fire. Then came her cryptic live stream. She rubbed her belly and said, "Some secrets don't stay buried forever, especially when they leave proof behind." People were quick to say this was clearly about Mendeecees. The clip went viral within hours, with everyone asking the same question. Was she talking about him? Yandy tried to laugh it off in public, calling it a desperate stunt. But behind closed doors, she wasn't calm at all. People close to her say she was spending hours comparing old photos, scanning Erica's posts, and trying to make sense of it. Something about it didn't sit right. Then came the real shock. A gossip site known for breaking celebrity stories posted an article claiming Erica had reached out to Mendeecees directly. She supposedly told him the child was his, and that he needed to step up. The article even showed what it said were their private messages. Some thought they were fake, others believed they were real. That's when things started to fall apart in Yandy's home. She confronted Mendeecees that night. He was sitting on the couch, quiet, and she asked him straight out, "Did you sleep with her?" He didn't respond right away. He rubbed his face, sighed, and finally said, "It was a long time ago." It didn't mean anything. That answer broke her. It was the kind of moment where time slows down. She stormed out of the room, slamming the door behind her. That night, she called her closest friends, her publicist, even her mother. The hurt ran deep. Her whole world felt like it was crashing down. Meanwhile, Erica didn't seem bothered. Some people thought she was enjoying the chaos. Her posts kept coming, selfies with captions like "Truth always prevails" and "He knows what he did." People started connecting the dots, and the hashtag #sign Mendeecees baby started trending. Yandy couldn't take it. She turned off her phone for a full day, hoping to escape the madness. But even silence couldn't calm her down. All she could think about was everything she had given to that relationship. The years she stood by him while he was in prison, the loyalty, the effort. And now this? A few days later, Mendeecees told her Erica had taken the DNA test, and he agreed to do it too. He said he just wanted to put the issue to rest. But by then, the damage had been done. Yandy barely looked at him. She moved into the guest room and avoided talking to him at all. The love felt like it had disappeared. Even their kids noticed something was wrong. One night, their daughter asked, "Why are you sleeping in the other room, Mommy?" Yandy just hugged her and said, "Sometimes people need space to think." But inside, she was broken. How do you explain betrayal to a child? Another leak hit the internet, stirring things up again. This time it was a blurry photo of what looked like a lab report, with names fans quickly claimed belonged to Mendeecees and Erica. The image spread fast, with people zooming in, debating its authenticity and arguing whether it was real or just another fake. No one could confirm anything. But the noise got louder. For Yandy, it felt like she was trapped in a nightmare that wouldn't end. The next morning, Mendeecees tried to speak to her again. He stood quietly by the kitchen door while she made her coffee. "I'm sorry," he said gently. "I never meant for any of this to happen." She didn't even turn around, just stared into her cup and said, "It already did. Sorry doesn't change that." Then she walked away, leaving him standing there without a word. He tried to explain himself, said it happened before they got serious again, that it was a one-time mistake, that Erica meant nothing. But Yandy had heard it all before. This time, those words didn't make anything better. In fact, they made it worse. Because if it really meant nothing, why did it happen in the first place? Their marriage was falling apart, and the damage couldn't be hidden anymore. Everyone knew the DNA results were just days away, and no matter what they revealed, things were already heading toward disaster. Then a new rumor started making rounds, one that made everything feel more real. Reports began to spread that Erica had already seen the DNA results and had told a close friend that the baby was Mendeecees. That so-called friend ended up leaking their conversation to a gossip blog, and within hours, screenshots were everywhere. One message read, "I knew it. I just needed proof. Now he has to deal with the truth." No one could confirm if the messages were real, but the timing, the silence from Yandy and Mendeecees, and the rising tension all pointed in one direction. Fans took it seriously. The #exposed started trending. People were demanding answers. Yandy was drowning emotionally. She hadn't seen the results with her own eyes, but the rumors were overwhelming. Her thoughts kept racing. What if it was true? What if there really was another child? What if the foundation of her marriage had been a lie? She tried to keep it together for the kids, but every time she looked at Mendeecees, she couldn't shake the feeling of betrayal. Things reached a breaking point during a family dinner. A few relatives had come over, and they were trying to create a sense of normal for the kids. But the tension was thick. Smiles were forced, conversations were awkward. Then one of Mendeecees' cousins spoke up. "Yo, you good, bro?" All this stuff online got me wondering. Yandy set down her fork, wiped her mouth, and stood up. Her voice shook as she said, "I'm tired of acting like everything's fine. It's not." She walked out, leaving everyone stunned. Mendeecees followed her into the hallway, trying to stop her. "Babe, please, don't do this right now." But she turned around and snapped, "Not now?" When? Mendeecees? When the whole world finds out you're someone's father again, and another woman gets to show your baby off online? He looked down, clearly shaken. "You don't even know the results yet," he said. "That's the problem," she fired back. "I don't know anything anymore." It was the first time anyone had seen her that vulnerable. Not the composed, in-control Yandy everyone thought they knew. That night, she messaged one of her closest friends. "I think it's over. I can't fake it anymore." At the same time, the media started hinting at a possible divorce. Headlines popped up with titles like "Cracks in the Empire" and "Is this the end for Yandy and Mendeecees?" Fans were worried, and their silence only fueled more questions. Behind the scenes, Yandy began to take steps. She contacted a lawyer, not to file right away, but to understand what her options were. She wanted to know what divorce would mean for her kids, and for everything she'd built. Mendeecees, meanwhile, wasn't ready to let go. But the thought of separation was already out there, and that scared him. He was torn, one minute apologizing, the next blaming Erica. He claimed she was lying and trying to ruin his life. But Yandy didn't care about Erica. Her real concern was Mendeecees not telling her the truth. Every time he dodged a question or shifted the blame, she lost more trust in him. Then came the final blow. Erica went live on Instagram again. But this time, she wasn't playing games. She didn't name Mendeecees, but her message was clear. "Some men will lie to your face, even with proof in front of them," she said. "I have the truth, and when the time's right, I'll show it." Fans went wild. Comments poured in. "Drop the test! Tag him! Stop teasing!" Within minutes, gossip blogs reposted the clip and ran with the story. Yandy watched the stream with her jaw clenched. That was the moment she broke. She grabbed her keys, left the house, and just drove. No plan, no destination. She just needed space, air, peace. Hours later, she found herself parked outside her lawyer's office. She didn't get out, just sat there, looking at the building, wondering what walking in would mean. Would it be freedom, or would it feel like giving up? Just when things couldn't get any messier, another message came through. This time, it was from Erica. She texted Mendeecees, "Ready to admit it yet?" He stared at the screen, not replying. The weight of everything, from the rumors to the leaks, was crashing down on him. That night, Yandy returned home. She didn't say a word, just walked upstairs and shut the door, colder and quieter than ever before. The next morning, gossip pages posted a grainy photo of a man who looked like Mendeecees standing outside what appeared to be a DNA testing facility. Some people said it was fake, others swore it was real. The speculation exploded. Everyone was talking. Even Love and Hip Hop cast members started making shady comments online. One tweeted, "Karma always comes back around," and another posted, "Some secrets don't stay buried forever." Yandy, already worn down, was now buried under constant opinions. Every time her phone buzzed, it reminded her that her personal heartbreak was now everyone's entertainment. Strangers picked apart her every move, judging her silence, questioning her decisions. Some even blamed her, assuming she had ignored red flags. But what no one saw was that she was falling apart. She canceled events, skipped a podcast interview, and disappeared from social media. She didn't want space from people, she wanted space from her own life. Their once peaceful home felt tense and heavy. The smallest things triggered her: a baby ad, a photo from happier days, even a familiar scent. Mendeecees tried to keep things normal around the kids, but the cracks were too deep. One night, their youngest asked him, "Why is mommy always sad?" That question broke him. He sat in the dark, holding his child, feeling helpless. He knew he'd messed up, but he hadn't grasped how badly. Erica, meanwhile, kept adding fuel without directly naming names. She posted things like, "DNA doesn't lie, people do." Her fans cheered her boldness while others slammed her for being cruel and calculated. But she didn't seem to care. And then, the moment everyone had been waiting for arrived. A major gossip site posted what it claimed was a leaked copy of the DNA test. Although parts of it were blurred and the names hidden, the report allegedly showed a 99.98% chance that Mendeecees was the father of Erica's baby. The site even said Erica had secretly sent in a second sample weeks earlier, and that both results matched. The internet lost its mind. Fans flooded social media. Some were shocked, others said they saw it coming. One user wrote, "He really thought he could hide a whole baby?" Another added, "Yandy gave him everything. He didn't deserve her." Memes flooded the timeline. Celebrities started liking shady posts. Mendeecees was being publicly dragged. For Yandy, this leak was the final hit. She hadn't officially seen the test results, but the document looked real enough to her. She stared at it for hours, replaying every late-night phone call, every excuse he made. That night, she showed Mendeecees the image. "I saw it," she said, holding up her phone. Mendeecees sat still, then looked up at her. "You really believe that?" "Do I even have a reason not to?" she asked. Her voice was firm, but her eyes were tired. He stood, reaching out to her. "Baby, don't baby me," she snapped, stepping back. "I gave you so many chances to tell me the truth. You swore you didn't want to hurt me, but you did, over and over." Their argument grew louder, echoing through the house. Thankfully, the kids were asleep, but the emotional damage was massive. Eventually, Mendeecees admitted it. He'd been with Erica briefly during a tough time. He said he didn't know she was pregnant and only found out later. He claimed he didn't believe her when she said the baby was his. Yandy shook her head. "So you just stayed silent, hoping it would disappear?" He didn't respond. His silence said more than words could. That night she packed a suitcase. Not to leave forever, but to get some space. The next day, Mendeecees left the house to think. Yandy stayed with a friend in Brooklyn, someone who had gone through similar pain. She didn't just sit around. She started planning. She called her lawyer, her publicist, and even reached out to a crisis manager. She wanted to protect her kids, herself, and everything she had built. She knew whatever happened next would be watched by the world. Then, the biggest twist dropped. A blurry video surfaced, filmed on someone's phone. It clearly showed Mendeecees and Erica at a restaurant, not recently, but from months earlier. They weren't just talking, they were smiling, laughing, sharing drinks. The body language told a different story. This wasn't a one-time thing or co-parenting meetup. To many, it looked like a real relationship. If the video was from around the time Erica said she got pregnant, it suggested Mendeecees knew more than he let on, that maybe he had chosen to keep it all quiet. Yandy saw the video late at night while scrolling on her phone. There were no tears, left just a cold, heavy silence. At that moment, she knew. Whether they stayed together or not, nothing would ever be the same. The trust was gone. The next morning, her lawyer called. "I've drafted everything. You don't have to file yet, but it's ready when you are." Back at the house, Mendeecees could feel how far apart they'd grown. He saw how wild the media had become. He sent her flowers, wrote a long note. But Yandy hadn't decided whether she'd even read it.